He cheated. He partied during a pandemic. He smashed his partner's phone. And when his boyfriend was lying in a hospital bed with third-degree burns, he never showed up. Now, after 10 years together, they're standing in divorce court, trying to figure out whether this relationship is worth saving, or if it's finally over. But here's the crazy part. Even after all the accusations, all the fights, all the drama, one of them still says, "I love him." So what really happened between Rolling Ray and Christian? Was this a toxic relationship that should have ended years ago? Or is there more to this story than we're being told? Stay until the end, because the judge delivers a verdict that exposes the real problem in this relationship. And trust me, it's not the money, the broken phone, or even the cheating allegations. Let's get into it.
Ray says Christian chose to have a hot girl pandemic over visiting him in the hospital. Christian begs to differ and says he wasn't the only one out there shaking his tail feathers. They're back. It's the return of Rolling Ray and Christian.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, our virtual audience is filled with your super fans. Today's super fan of the day is Samantha from San Antonio, Texas.
Samantha, welcome to Divorce Court. As my special guest today, I'm sending you a signed copy of my book, Sis Don't Settle. Enjoy.
Your Honor, this is the case of Harper versus McCormick.
Thank you, Juan. Mr. Raymond Harper, also known as Rolling Ray.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought Mr. Christian McCormick
Yes, Your Honor.
to divorce court today. It's not your first time here.
No, this is my second
Exactly.
Not something I usually say to litigants in court, but welcome back.
Thank you.
I understand that you have a witness with you, Mr. Ray, Mr. Vonnie Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you for being here again, sir. The last time you were here, Mr. Ray and Mr. McCormick, your case wasn't actually resolved. It was dismissed because there were some issues in court, but hopefully today we can address those issues and come to a proper resolution. I understand you're actually suing for $2,300 today, Mr. Ray. You said not only is your relationship broke by Mr. McCormick, but also your phone, and he owes you some rent.
And he owed my money, Your Honor, per.
Let's start with what's happening in your relationship since you left and why you're back suing for $2,300.
So, Your Honor, I gave him another chance. I really gave him another chance, and I really thought everything would work. But I guess the faith I had in him just isn't there. I've really seen it for him. Not only did I see it for him, I invited this man back into my home. I loved him. I cherished him. I gave him everything. But at this point, Your Honor, I don't think my love is there for him anymore. Christian doing a...
Did you catch that? One person says they're in a relationship. The other says they're single. That right there is one of the biggest red flags in any relationship. Because if two people can't even agree on their relationship status, how can they agree on loyalty, boundaries, or commitment? And trust me, the jealousy we're seeing right now is about to explode into something much bigger.
Pandemic was out there having a hot girl pandemic, not a summer, a pandemic. Everything and all the faith I had for him was up here and it went down there. Not only is he in DC in every club, he's been in Maryland clubs, VA clubs, shaking his tail feather.
Okay, Mr. Ray, I don't want you to have any accidents with your chair today, sir.
Okay,
so
I'm
you can just
sorry.
park it right there. What are you saying? You're saying what?
He was out there shaking his tail feather all summer.
Having a hot girl pandemic.
A hot girl pandemic.
And you were supposed to be quarantining.
He's supposed to be in quarantine. He's not wearing any mask, but he's a so-called full-time nurse. I do commend him. He has stopped the scamming and started making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But that money has not been coming
to your
my
household.
hands or my household.
Okay, Mr. McCormick, you say you are a nurse, so you supposed to have special knowledge on how to act during the pandemic. But he saw you out in the clubs, and to quote him, shaking a tail feather. Were you doing this during quarantine? He said endangering his health and welfare.
Not in the height of it, but I was out there when I was supposed to be quarantining.
Okay, there we go. And that became an issue for the two of you?
For him, not for me.
Of course.
That's his issue.
Your Honor, he's been back on dating sites. I have proof, Your Honor, of him still on dating sites. My best friend sent me several text messages of
Right away, you can tell this isn't really about the pandemic. It's not even about the clubs. What Ray is describing is something much deeper. When someone says, I gave you another chance, I welcomed you back, I did everything for you, what they're really saying is I invested more in this relationship than you did. And that's where resentment starts. But what you're about to hear next completely changes the conversation, because now dating apps are about to enter the picture.
him on dating sites.
Why were you back on the dating sites?
Because I'm single.
You are single?
Yeah.
You were single at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
You were look what you got on. Like, what is that? That's
My
some
outfit.
cheap clothing. You're over 21 years old,
And I was
dressed like
single.
that. Dressed like
Your
that.
friend is always looking for me and
That's like
checking
Are
that.
you
for me.
okay, Mr. Ray?
He's always looking and checking for me. He's always in the business and he needs to mind the business.
So you were single at the time?
Yes.
So you said there was
Because he was
absolutely
dating
nothing wrong.
his Mr. Scorpio friend.
Really?
But
You out there having a hot
you
girl
was too.
painting.
You hoe took that boy out on a date and put it on Instagram. Like, talk about that.
So what?
And what happened
And
when
you got a hoe never do right now. So stop the bull.
Okay, now
Mr.
let's.
Mr. McCormick, watch your language. Why are you upset?
I'm upset because things work two ways. If we gonna be together, we gonna be together. We're not gonna say
But you
one thing
clout
and act
chasing my
another
fans.
thing.
While you're in these clubs, you're promoting. We was at Waffle House not too long ago, and what was you doing? Oh, this is my man. This is my man. This is my man. I love your protection, babe. I really do sometimes, but you
Oh,
can't.
but when I do it, he got a problem with it.
Okay, so you were being protective, but why do you say he's clout chasing?
Because he's always underneath the shade
Why is you-
comments. He's always underneath the blogs, all those comments, constantly arguing with my fans. And then he's at the clubs saying, I'm Christian, I'm hosting clubs.
So you're saying he's arguing with people in the comments on the blogs because it gets him more attention?
Gets him way more attention. That's
But
how
in
he-
real life, he's out in the clubs and not really with you.
No. And then recently he lied and said, oh, I'm going with my mom to go help her move. But I get on Instagram and I see his Instagram stories. What are you doing?
What was he doing?
Twerking on another man.
On another man?
Was you not?
This is so funny. I was twerking on my friend. But if he want to call it another man, he could do that.
Oh, it was a friend.
Yeah.
It
He
wasn't somebody that you were in a relationship with or seeing.
Right.
So there was an incident with the phone.
Right. So I lied to him and told him that Vonnie was coming to my house. It made it look like Vonnie was doing something because he didn't know that he was supposed to be there.
Okay.
Christian comes back in the house. He storms in my room, throws my phone, accuses Vonnie. Vonnie jumps out the couch like, you're not about to touch my friend. You're not about to touch my friend. He's in a wheelchair. Back up, back up, back up. Christian like, I will throw you against the wall. Do not play with me. Vonnie like, oh, I'm
This is where the case starts getting serious. A lot of people think broken trust destroys relationships, but in reality, broken respect usually does it first. The moment someone starts throwing things, breaking property, or acting out of anger, the argument is no longer about who's right, it's about control. And what happens next reveals a side of this relationship that honestly changes everything.
I'm from Southeast. I don't see none of that. It's nothing going on. Words was exchanged. That's my best friend.
Okay.
So you would think he had a little more decency to not think that.
You went through a really difficult, challenging time period. What happened earlier this year, Mr. Ray?
I was burnt in the fire back in January.
Where were you burned?
It's all over. So many people judged me. So many people ridiculed me. And the person I thought the most would be there wasn't.
So, Mr. Ray, he threw your phone and he broke it. And you say he's a witness to that.
Yeah.
Okay, step up, Mr. Vonnie Wright. Step up to the lectern, please, sir.
Hey, Your Honor, how you doing? I'm Vonnie. So, my point of view and everything that's going on, because I'm here again dealing with him in these issues, because he's delusional. and
Delusional and crazy.
Like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
What happened? What'd you witness with the phone?
oh, he came in there. He was like, oh, why Vonnie in here? And I'm like, oh, back up at my front face. Like,
But you saw him throw the phone.
yeah, I had to really
I
jump.
threw that phone. I did.
Oh, you admit to it. So you
He has no remorse. Do you see this?
And I'm not replacing it. I don't care what you say, he say.
Well, you're in my
I mean, we
courtroom,
can't
so you
expect
do
her to-
care what I say. Because I'm not Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray can
didn't
give
say
you
you
an
was
opinion,
Mr.
but
Ray.
I give verdicts in this courtroom, Mr.
Miss Schaefer.
Look, a mess. Who wants to be in a relationship with this? It's done. It's veto. It's a wrap.
Even if you're upset, Mr. McCormick, you don't have a right to take and throw his phone and destroy the property. Mr. Wright, is there anything else you want to say, sir?
Speak
There's
your
nothing
truth.
else for him
Okay,
to
so
say.
anything for the
What else
last
is
thing I
there for
gotta
him to
say is he needs to. Can y'all like assign him to like mental health doctor? You know, prescribe him some medicine or something because like.
Melatonin.
Are you a
He's-
professional who
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
are you a
I'm just
professional
asking, like, you know,
who's
the
gone to
judge-
school to evaluate someone's
ask
mental
you
health?
one
I'm just saying, it's crazy. Like, you know,
Can I
from
ask
my
you one
point of view, I'm
question?
here again, and I have
Don't put
nothing
my
to do
foot
with
in.
this.
McCormick,
What degree or certification do you even have for yourself?
Oh, what degree or certification?
Answer that.
Mr. Wright, I just
what?
asked you since you want him to be assigned
Yeah,
to
since
You
you
medical.
so much
I'm
want me
just
to be
saying-
assigned to mental health because I have problems. You think I'm crazy?
Yeah, because I'm
What
here again because they
certification do
always
you have to sit right
always
here and
been
say that?
dragged into these issues. Why
You drag
why is
yourself
Bonnie
into
always
these
Okay,
getting
Mr. Wright.
You should have laid yourself on that couch and minded your business.
Okay, Mr. McCormick. Have a seat, Mr. Wright. If I have another question
No
for
head,
you,
no
I
seat,
will
no head, no
ask.
seat. Give me
Girl,
a
yeah,
hug. Give me a
'cause
hug.
she like, it's-
Give me a
it's
hug.
crazy, 'cause
Give me
like,
a hug.
what?
Give me a hug. It's okay. It's okay. It's
Y'all know
nothing
which way
over.
I don't
Nah.
talking.
You got a nerve to say that to order. All the stuff he does for you.
What does he
Mr.
have
Mr.
to
Ray,
say
Mr.
that
McCormick,
I need mental health
stop.
issues.
Stop. Mr. Ray, you went through a really difficult, challenging time period. And one of the reasons why you're upset is you said that Mr.
Okay. Everything we've heard so far suddenly feels less important. Because now we're talking about a life-changing event. Forget the dating apps. Forget the arguments. Forget the social media drama. If the person you've loved for years ends up in the hospital with severe burns, most people would expect their partner to be there. And the answer we're about to get may be the most emotional moment in this entire episode.
McCormick wasn't there for you. What happened earlier this year, Mr. Ray?
I was burnt in the fire back in January. And he was not there for me. It was a very traumatic event. It was all over the blogs. Thank you. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you so much.
Where were you burned?
My face, my chest, my legs. It's all over. And so many people judged me, so many people ridiculed me. And the person I thought the most that would be there wasn't.
How long were you in the hospital?
A month.
You were in the hospital for a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you mind if I ask what happened with the fire?
I was sitting in my room and I was just trying to light one of my cigarettes. I wasn't paying too much attention. My nails was long and I was trying to light the cigarette and my head just caught on fire. And next thing I know, my friend ran down. I was screaming. He threw water on me. The ambulance came and they said I had third-degree burns. They had to sedate me, put me under a lot of medicines to keep me calm. It was a terrible experience.
I'm happy to see that you're here and that you made it through, but you said your feelings were really hurt.
It was hurt because I really thought, why wasn't you there for me? And
Is there any particular reason why, when he got out of the hospital, you didn't go visit him in person?
Why wasn't you there?
definitely.
How?
Did you
I
go
blew
see him?
his phone up with endless text messages. The text messages are right there, time stamped. That's their first love. He my first love. I text.
You said your feelings were really hurt.
It was hurt because I really thought, why wasn't you there for me? Why wasn't you there?
definitely.
How?
Mr. McCormick, did you
I
go
blew
see him?
his phone up with endless text messages. The text messages are right there, time stamped. That's their first love. He my first love. I text him. He might not have physically seen it or heard it, but I checked on him.
Do you think you just missed these messages?
Yeah, but Christian knows how to get in contact with me. And I have 3 whole phones, babe. You have every number.
You said you had 3 phones.
I have 3 phones.
Here's the question nobody wants to ask. Is sending a text message enough? Technically, maybe. Emotionally, that's a completely different story. Because when people go through the worst moment of their lives, they usually don't remember who texted them. They remember who showed up. And Judge Faith is about to push this conversation exactly where it needs to go.
And you didn't hear from him on any of the 3?
Nope.
After you get out of the hospital after a month, does he show up at your house?
No. And
Is there any particular reason why, when he got out of the hospital, you didn't go visit him in person?
Because I've been dating him for years, Your Honor. At this point, I know him like the back of my hand. He's the type of person that, like, he secludes himself when he goes.
I'm a Virgo.
Even to the point of, Your Honor, he can go through something mentally in his head or with his family and take it out on me and be like, get out of my house, and then don't call me for days or weeks at a time.
He puts you out when he's going through something difficult
and
with
just
somebody
think
else?
I'm gonna just pop back up and everything gonna be fine then.
But after you know that he's burned and he's been in the hospital a long time, really and truly, why didn't you go over there
The
afterwards?
reason was that because I texted
He
him,
wanted to
I
have
blew
a
his
hot
phone.
girl summer.
I texted him, I blew his phone up.
He never
FaceTimed him,
responded.
everything. My whole thing was, I'm not giving too much effort into it because you on Instagram Live in the hospital.
So
So if you
what?
so much of secluded, don't want to see nobody, why would you go live?
I want to give this man another chance and see if it works. But if he mess up one more time, Your Honor, if I have to ask him, does he want to make it work? And if he does make it work, is he going to pay for my phone? Is he going to pay for my rent?
Well, hold on a second, because now this is the second part of the lawsuit. You're suing for not only $300 for the phone, but $2,000 in
rent.
back rent.
Right.
What is that
you
about?
You told me when your second stimulus check come, you going to help me out with the rent, did you not?
Whenever somebody tells you they're going to pay you back with this stimulus check, I've already told you, you're not going to get your money.
I would have never
Really?
told him that.
No.
I have my own home. So why would I pay another grown man's rent?
So why do you say he owes the rent?
It was back
$2,000.
rent, Christian. In 2000, it could have been $6,000 to $8,000. I was even nice enough to put it down to $2,000. That's only 1 month out of the 8 or 9 that I'm about to spend for myself.
This is when the two of you were living together, when you said you were
and
putting
then,
him out.
Right, and then I'm in a hospital. Even I still had to pay rent while I'm in a hospital.
So
and I
you
didn't even ask you for money for that.
So it's $6,000, and then all the days you put me out, you subtracted that, which made it $2,000.
So, Mr. Ray, you're saying that during this time period, the two of you were living together, there was an agreement that you would split the rent.
Yeah.
You got behind, but you paid most of it back,
Right.
but he didn't pay $2,000.
Right.
Is that true? That the two of you were living together and splitting the rent?
No. We were living together, but we was not splitting over. I'm not splitting over with nobody that I don't have keys to the house, and you put me out.
Yeah, you
What are
lose
talking about
every
it?
key.
Were you on the lease?
No.
No, he wasn't on the lease. I do.
So I'm legally not obligated to pay the rent.
So what is the agreement? Do you have any written agreement, any text messages, anything that would show that the two of you were contributing to the rent together?
Your Honor, when I'm with this man, I act like a housewife. Now that I'm outside and enjoying myself, he's mad about it. But he don't appreciate when somebody is cooking and cleaning and slaving for you and your friend over there.
Notice how this case keeps changing. It started as a relationship problem. Then it became a cheating problem. Then a trust problem. Then a hospital problem. And now it's a money problem. That's usually what happens when couples stay together after years of unresolved issues. The original problem gets buried under 10 new ones. But the biggest question still hasn't been answered. Do these two actually want to be together anymore?
Mr. McCormick, here's where we are. Mr. Ray said you've been out having in his words, a hot girl pandemic. But he wants this to work out between the two of you. But Mr. McCormick, what is your position on where you stand in the relationship in divorce court today, sir?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know. So that's a no, Mr.
You don't know?
It's not even that it's a no. It's always a show, and I'm just tired of it. Like, I want the Raymond that I dated the first 2 years of our relationship. I don't want this.
I was only 17, 18, 19 then.
This is too much for me. Like, it's like he's changed over the years dramatically. And it's a good change because it's kind of funny sometimes. But sometimes it just be like, can we just chill?
You don't see that happening.
I don't.
The reason why I say when you say you don't know, that's a no, because that's really what that means. You know, a lot of times people don't have the courage to come out right and say what they really feel. And so it's a way for them to have a wall up and give a buffer to the truth. But the fact is, if you are ambiguous after all of this time with everything that the two of you have been through, then the answer is no right now.
Listen carefully to what Christian is saying. When someone says, I don't know, after 10 years together, most of the time they actually do know. They're just afraid to say it out loud. And I think Judge Faith sees exactly what's happening here. The verdict is coming up next, but I have a feeling this decision is about much more than a broken phone.
That is where you stand. And I know the two of you have been through a lot. You've known each other a long time. You've been through a lot of ups and downs together.
Now, right?
Yeah.
10 years.
So the friendship will always remain, but that doesn't mean that you're necessarily right for each other in a relationship, because people grow, they change, they evolve. You're constantly getting to know the new version of who someone is. Sometimes you like that new version, sometimes you don't.
Wow.
And that's okay, but you just have to be honest and stand in your truth about it. And you don't have to, if you made, just because you make a mistake or things happen in the past in your relationship, you don't have to cling to a mistake just because you spent a long time making it. You can have a fresh start if that's what you want. But in the meantime, you're going to pay the $300 for the broken phone. You had no right to throw his phone and break his property, even though you were
It's
upset.
hard for me.
But for the rent, you don't have enough proof, Mr. Ray, here in court today for the rent. But my judgment is in your favor for $300. I do wish all of you well.
Can I say one thing to him, please? And then one thing to you. It's 10 years.
It is.
Last month made 10 years. 10 years ago, I didn't even think we would be at this point. It's only gonna get better, but it's the last chance we could try.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
What makes this case so fascinating isn't the lawsuit. It's the fact that after 10 years of arguments, accusations, heartbreak, and disappointment, neither one of them seems completely ready to walk away. Sometimes love isn't the problem. Sometimes two people genuinely care about each other. The problem is that love alone isn't enough to fix broken trust. And that's exactly what this case exposed. Now, I want to know what you think. Should these two keep fighting for this relationship? Or should they finally let it go after 10 years?
Judge Faith, I want to say thank you so much for giving what's supposed to be gave. And I wish you much success on your ever endeavors.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, for that, you're going to pay all the money. I'm just kidding. Thank you. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.